Ding, 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 said the money man. Once again, here we go. InShalla and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. And Hala. Welcome back to today's daily snippet. Once again, I am your host. I am a practicing holistic Sha medium and subtle energetic surgeon. My intention really is to merge the power of the indigenous technologies, your original blueprint to navigate your soul's harmonic through the realm of the elementals, the elemental highway, and into the imaginal realms, through the subtle energies, elements, and elemental beings, the spirits of nature, with offerings, rituals, and prescriptions to add to all the juice in our personal container. But my goal truly is to merge the wisdom of these indigenous technologies, these ways, within the subtle realms to the etheric highway to assist you into navigating your prime directive, your inner genius. Just reintroducing you to what I believe is the magical being that resides within each and every one of us. I call myself a holistic Sha medium. My name is Tanya D. And again, welcome to my virtual medicine room. I should have some rattles in here in my drum. However, I'm not there yet. And as we enter into these dimensions of reality, we are really in the zone of it. Who we are becoming realized today. It's becoming realized. It's like it's becoming authenticated. So what do the beings of the other world do? They test us, the test of all tests. Like Young Guns, if you've ever watched that movie when Billy the kid says, that's the test of all tests. It's the best thing to do, right? Is tend to the seeds, the planting of those seeds of the infinite growth, the being that is shedding the skin to become something that you truly are. Focusing on our wins, supporting our inner baby, soothing that baby so everything else is just outside of our energetic sphere, and smile on the inside and out. I actually have a meditation called the Inner Smile. But the moon is in the season of beliefs, Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, who is visiting Pisces at the moment, transiting through there. But it's the starry night, and I see the slow moving planets as the planets that are part of the outer energetic field, the outer energy body center. So it's who is showing up within that cosmic soup bowl. It's like, maybe that's how human design kind of fluctuates. So emotionally, our feelings are not only hyper aware and they're activated, but keep pouring compassion and self-love into our personal chalice as we have like a twist, as we are threading a new season. We're going to be heading into Taurus later on today. However, it's also, we've got this magical eclipse. It's going to be otherworldly magical too. So stay tuned for that. That's in my cross threads as well. And if you haven't already, please be kind to do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tanya D. Go ahead and hit the bell button so you too are notified. And also, if you don't mind, liking the videos so the algorithm on YouTube will echo me out to like-minded musers like yourself out in the galactic universe, the super juicy universe, along with other social channels like TikTok and Instagram and my podcast, which I quite endearingly love, Musing with Tanya D. And also, if you wish to dive deeper, head on over to my Musing Corridor where I have offerings to guide you, to assist you at club.tanyad.tv. I am your holistic shaman medium assistant. So you are your own healer. And sometimes we just need that shamanic coach, a life coach that works indigenously, shamanically, otherworldly, energetically, to see beyond, the great beyond, just sharing insight to a otherworldly perspective. So wherever you are at, I will for sure absolutely meet you there. So with the energy of the day, moving to a new season, the moon in the season of beliefs, the otherworldly beliefs, that chapter. But before we finish the last chapter or paragraph of Aries and enter into a new chapter for the 2022 cycles, just cycling through, the planets have the juice, just like all the elementals. It's the all or the nothingness. So the messages of the day, I kind of wanted to bring in the seers, the soothsayers, if you will. And as I scroll on up here, I'm kind of getting better at this, just saying. Cracks myself up. But first we have the Nine of Swords, and I don't know if you can see, but there's like a dove, a white dove up there, you know, sparkling through. But the Nine of Swords can be nightmares, feelings of depression, anxiety, insomnia, fear, a worry, a doubt. It's like going down the rabbit hole. Even an opportunity to find our innate courage, swords, metal energy, mineral. It's a time to focus on safety and knowingness that things are really going well in our lives, and having the blessings, having the gratitudes. The swords, right? It's air, it's metal, it's mineral, the breath of air, right? So what is keeping us up at night? So this kind of suggests it's a time in our life where negative thoughts are gaining speed, momentum, flowing, or when we may find ourselves expending or expanding too much energy worrying about the future. And just knowing that perception is everything, the mind's eye, the eye of God, right? But the mountaintop point of view, going to the mountain, like we had so many mountains yesterday, like having a conversation with the mountain. So it really is time to like flick away any negative self-talk, anything that's tripping you up. If it's pessimistic and it's spiraling crazy out of control, 'cause air is the mind, right, as well, the logical mind. But it can lead to that anxiety, stress, depression, even when our thoughts carry no truth within their vibration. So it's like, are we imagining the worst instead of activating the best? The other side of the coin, flipping the perspective, sending nurturing and loving and just the thoughts to all of our situations, just overcoming, like hurdling over any disruption in our field, disturbing thoughts, and looking to the light. That's where I saw the bird up there, looking to the light in our situation and just noticing that even the tiniest window, a sliver of brightness, can literally just knock fear right away. Using our light to expose the illusions and the delusions and allowing it to dissipate those worries and softening the dreams that aren't in alignment, that are being illuminated for really what they truly are, authentically, just seeing fears as an illusion. That is what they are, false evidence affecting our current reality, those threads. So I really sense that this is a test. This is a test of all tests, just making sure that we are up leveling our actions, our character, our behavior. And are we in integrity, authenticity with who we are? Are we in alignment with who we are becoming within our own actions and our own character within the stage of life? So our mind really is a tool. And we all have a mind, and we can merge the left and the right to become like the one eye filter, right? The third eye. Or we can go down the rabbit hole, or another option, choose the optimistic venue. So, join me for Voices of the Other World. The replays are out. And also, Secrets of the Other World. Super juicy as well. So we have all the juice in the cosmic soup. Super curious there. And following the Nine of Swords, ding, ding, ding. I don't know why I like that song lately, but it's kind of in my brain. The Nine of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, otherworldly, water, right? Eight of Cups is water. But back to the sword, the 9 real quick. That is an action number. It is Mars, and it's pretty fitting that we are at the end degree of the Aries season. And we have that message, the 9s, taking things to the 9s. The air of actions are thoughts, right? But the Eight of Cups is water. Water flows, it springs forth, it bubbles, it waves, it churns. It's the galaxy, really, right? And all the juice on the earth. But we have an 8. So this to me is water that is restricted, water that is not flowing. It has the feeling of Saturn, earth upon the water, or water of the earth. The elementals. It's otherworldly, right? So the messages are coming in from the other world. Water is the moon. It can also be Neptune, the ocean, the galaxy, the god, Neptune, Hades, Pluto, the underworld. So see how all this ping pongs around in my little village of my ethereal mind. But this is walking away and regretting the choice that we make. It's like, do we have a regret in the walking away, feeling stuck in our current reality, those thread lines? Are there some fears that are blocking our speed, our flow? escapism, even avoiding reality. So seeing that she's released her last cup into the sea, the galactic sea, mind you, because it is otherworldly, the galaxy, the stars, right, in the heavens. So she's finishing up with the fire ceremony, feels kind of like the sun. And have you done a ritual, like letting go of something in your life? A fire ritual? I've done fire rituals quite often. Hi, Candy. But it's time to really climb into our skin, the being that authentically resides within us, and choosing our sacred dreams, our sacred heart. Possibly, you may be feeling a little disappointed. Just choosing the sacred is truly one of the biggest acts of self-love that we can actually enact for ourselves. So when we take that very first step, we begin to choose ourselves, and there's nothing really more powerful or healing and finding our resolve and unbinding anything that's anchoring us or holding us back. Even though oftentimes we have this disillusioned heart, maybe we require some TLC. For me, it's going to be a hot salt bath, taking a deep breath out in nature, talking to the beings in the unseen realm or something like that, where we can realign our path by just shutting down those outgrown expectations of hopes, people, ideas, beliefs, guilt, or just ways of being that aren't in alignment with who we are. So if you do find yourself exhausted or maybe confused, jumping from one thing to another, an idea, know that you are entering a mystical period of intense galactic shifting. And just knowing that we're releasing the old stories, that's going to assist us to travel more lightly. It's kind of like the hitchhiker in the galaxy with the towel. So really go in the direction of those epic dreams, following your happiness with greater momentum and meaning, and walking away from the negativity, choosing ourselves. Sometimes it feels like this rebellious act of self-love. So I'm sensing, that these really are the messages for finishing up the paragraph, the chapter of Aries, the season of Aries within the cycle of 2022, the year we're in. But Taurus season is really on the horizon, and we have a new archangel coming in online as well. So look forward to that little memo tomorrow. But to finish up our messages, stuff is super juicy here. We have the Magician. I just love this card. I just have to say, it just feels great, doesn't it? So any mages out there, kind of raise your hand, or wizards. I guess wizards are great too. But being that the Magician is otherworldly, this is like bringing heaven, the other world, down to earth into our world. The 4 elements that kind of form the world, actually 5. That are controlled. Actually, there's more. What am I saying? They're controlled by the Magician. There's lots of elementals, is all I'm saying. But this is our unused potential, the potentialities, our untapped or hidden talents or gifts, And do you have questionable intentions, manipulation, selfishness? It is otherworldly. Might be the other super juice, the source energy coming down, sourcing through us. Possibly reminding us that we are a little unfocused. Maybe our energy is blocked and we're not streaming in those downloads. But the Magician brings forth this powerful message. It's a creation, it's potential. It's knowing that we are magic, each and every one of us. I believe magic resides in each and every one of us, and we have everything that we need to succeed. And we have our own badass manifesting energy from the cosmos. We are entering into that. Taurus is manifestation and where we manifest. So look forward to this full moon meditation. I'm so excited about it. But we all have the skills that we require within us. They are literally at our fingertips, because we're all beautiful souls. We are all creators of our creation, our own reality. So it's time to create. It's activating the magic that flows in our veins by just focusing on our energy, our willpower, our heart's desires, and those actions. So when we consciously step into our personal power, climbing into our skin, deciding to shape the material world in this way, every breath in and also every breath out, it really is this opportunity to carve new meanings, new perspectives into our day-to-day reality. So if you are feeling a little unsure of your own personal ability to create the life that your heart desires, trust in the hidden, the unseen potentials that reside within you. if you are feeling less than inspired at this moment, at this time, just remind yourself that it's time to find your muse. And here I am, right? I am right here. So find your spark, find your way with everything we need, literally sitting in front of us like a great giant galactic universal cauldron with all of the juice. You know, I always go back to joy, love, peace, happiness, integrity. What is it that your heart truly, authentically desires to bring to life, to take form, energy to matter? And also, what can you do today that will bring it one baby step closer to your reality? And again, we all have natural gifts, talents, skills, the powers to manifest, to create, to be resourceful. And we can manifest the life that we desire through energy and also taking the action. But being that we are literally at the threshold of Taurus to what we manifest, what we bring to earth on a reality kind of day, taking that action to make it real, this is the threshold right now. So you may feel as if you are flowing through it, this new earth energy of slowing things down like a gravitational pull. So we may have more ordered, you know, we may have this producing, this production, a productive outcome. So just possibly allow yourself to really be in your observation station. Just be and observe. It's taking that breath and taking that pause. Even going out into nature, barefoot on the grass, feeling vulnerable and just allowing Mama Earth to comfort those energies, the Earth Star, our Vivaxis connection. We all have this. And just be. Super juicy there. And then on the elemental highway, this is curious as well. Who do we have here, right? So we have a day and a year of the same structure. We've got the yang, water, tiger, both on these two pillars and all that wood. Lots of wood energy. It's like, ooh. But the ocean and the tiger, it's Ren Yin. Very yang energy day. It's the outer rims, the elemental realm. We have 0 metal. That may be why the swords showed up today. But our day, Ren, a yang water, that represents, I should say this more often, but the day master, that's the spirit of our day. And yang water tends to be philosophical, imaginative, exploring dreams, ideas to the depths of the ocean. So this is kind of just a glimpse of our day. The tiger below our day is the big tree, but it also has big fire like the sun. It has big earth like a mountain, even has the dragon next to it, another big mountain. So for our day, this is performing. It's performance with grace. That's what our day is going to do. Even though it's an action of our day, the fire hidden, that's wealth, but it's wealth that comes in a not so becoming way. It's unbecoming. And the big mountain is representative of power that also comes in a unbecoming way. So these are leaders that are shady, people that make wealth by doing shady transactions, basically. But being that our month has a big tree too, the month, the Jaya up there, this is performance of our day. This is creativity of our person as well. But our day is weak. It's in the last chapter of the spring season, and it's not controlled either, even though we have the dragon. There is a mountain. So big water needs big earth to give it direction. That's how river streams, you know, they create crossroads. This is where my brain goes. But our wood element is a lot of nature. It's actually keeping our day under control. And the mountain, the dragon, is also there, giving some guidance. But metal is the most needed element to produce more water, making our day stronger. We could use yin metal as well, but really any mineral or metal would actually be beneficial. The earth is actually blocking the flow of our day, the mountain. So if I was looking at this or doing a divination, I would really suggest going to the mountain, speaking to the mountain, mineral, metal, tell the mountain the story and allow nature to be your audience. I mean, getting outside of ourselves is really the best way to get inside of ourselves, really climbing into our skin. Plus, if this was a person, I mean, I don't have the hour, but we have no metal or mineral. So this, if it was a person, is a self-made person. They create from their own creations. They don't have resources like money from ancestors or college kind of things. They create on their own. They're their own boss too, right? They're self-made. So they really do create their own wealth. They're kind of standalones, no resources. They create on their own. They have greater faith. So our day is going to be fast to react, adaptable, like how water creates its own path, intelligent and adventurous, big visions, realistic, quick to copy and adopt skills. They kind of mimic what they're seeing and doing. Simon Cowell has this day master. He's probably actually having a great year with good friends, having the same as the year. I don't know his other elements. I'm just musing out loud, but great year, good friends or company coming his way. Tom Cruise also, and Robin Williams, which I found amazing for like mimicking through comedy, you know, getting into character, getting into the flow, just to name a few. But we are on the thresholds of things coming together within our actions, behaviors, our character. They're all flowing with integrity. And our heart is full. The chalice is full. It's glowing. So we are moving forward within our own personal spiritual acumen, whatever that is. So maybe make a list of what you have discovered, self-discovery, cleansing the gardens, the village. So you may find out, you know, through the crossroads of today, what is in alignment and what is out of alignment. You know, where do we need to do more aligning or resonating our feelings of all the things to be? Be kind to ourselves, be loving, be self-compassionate. Usually the season of Aries is kind of triggering. It's triggering of our growth periods. So it's like going inward to see where we are growing and what is the trigger, being in that observation station, the neutrality zone, the void, observing and flow with it like water, the master of our day, and responding to ourselves differently and uniquely. So once we arrive to our own personal streams, our conscious river streams, our sacred garden of our inward cycling energy, we remain in the streams of integrity, the high heart. So do you ever ponder as to what integrity even is? I mean, I do it all the time. The spiritual acumen or definition, the otherworldly one, the channel I subscribe to. So integrity is when we are true to our heart, in our inner world, in our chalice, true to our outer heart as well simultaneously. It's the zero field. It's no energetic hiccups. It's like being in that in-between space with everything, right? So with everything that may flow your way today, a breeze, the flow of water, honor the needs of the heart, the queen, but also at the same time, do not, and I repeat, do not compromise the queen's needs, the high heart, for somebody else. It's easier said than done, right? And there's no need to judge ourselves. So if we feel as if we have failed, honestly, it is what it is. Be kind, march on. Be compassionate as the day flows forward, going with the flow, the streams, as we begin to be who we are, finishing up the season of Aries. You know, I don't know about you, but possibly friendships may be tested, social acumens, or how we're seen in public, partnerships, relationships. So the key to really access and recalibrate these challenges, these forces of adversity, really is self-love, loving ourselves more than we have ever imagined, and maintaining those personal streams of integrity and universal streams. You might as well bring them all in, and using our beliefs to eliminate any questions of self-doubt. The moon. You may notice that anything that is incomplete today may be coming literally unsewn at the seams, the threads in your futuristic plans. So for transformation, even personal boundaries, those too may be brought to the stage, be like brought to the front lines. So I would avoid the lower frequencies, stay in the channel of pouring love into your own personal chalice. No need to judge yourself or the other. Be accepting, be loving, unconditionally loving. So it's time to put things to good use, the changes in our own behavior, the shifts that we are taking to stand, to take a stand, to commit to those. You know, it's the left hand on the heart before we respond and fill into that high heart. Fill into the streams first. I always like to take that breath, that inhale, take the pause. I always do the 3 seconds. Don't know why. Then the exhale. So whatever floats in on the boat today, realize that it's only a test of the emergency spiritual broadcast system. I kind of like that idea. Observe what it is and what it is not. Mistakes are only lessons. They're dressed up like the topsy-turvettes. You can ask them. You know, I probably could have pulled the Fae today. But again, it is what it is. But take the course, the flow of acting with integrity. I am acting in my own integrity. It's a thing centered within solar plexus or heart. We decide. And being that our higher heart is online, we do have Chiron in the mix, in the cosmic soup, healing our wounds, our personal wounds, and our day-to-day reality. It's like, what does our heart believe it should act on within our wounds, those lessons? And you're going to see what does and doesn't belong in the chalice. Those vibrational wounds of what you may be frequenting that don't belong and you don't belong acting on. Maybe they feel like trauma bubbles. They're filtering through. You know, hand them over to source. Take them to the field. Go to the mountain. Even go to the forest, the trees, right? High heart is green, the juicy green. An old wise tree, yam, the yam channel, if you want to tone or chant. That's the high heart and also the low heart. Metal would also be a good one. It's like Sammy the snake. Be like a snake today. Calm your thread lines of both your personal springs. But again, you can bring in the universal streams too to bring balance to our chalice, the spiritual integrity. So it's a day where we become the being, the magical one, that resides within us. So be in sacred space. Honor thyself, you know. To my own self be true. I think there's a saying like that. I did put it in the show notes, actually. Stay in the flow of those streams, water streams, right? Nature authenticates, it transforms, and going to the mountain. You know, you could light a candle, but I would probably do the metal. Speaking to the mountain. Metal is our voice, right? So stay in the flow of the streams. The process is perfect. Know that. And I would affirm that I am perfect in my own process, becoming the most galactic universal version of myself, the being that I have yet to know. It's like you see your higher self, your Sierra. That's kind of what this feels like to me. How you meet and greet your that aspect of your higher self. Yeah, that is what it is. So also, today would be an amazing day to do the Buttercup meditation. For those of you that have purchased that, it's only $11. Everything I do is spiritual numbers, so it's the 1 and the 1, which actually matches the chalice of the frequency of today. So that's super curious, but it's at club.tanyad.tv. Buttercup meditation, totally a game changer. Check it out if you so feel called. And as always, I will see you on the other side. I will be bringing in the Archangel of Taurus tomorrow, so feeling pretty cool about that. And blessings. Candy, I'll probably pull a card for you, so tune in. And as always, I'll see you then.